can fill this gap. In olden days, in ancient times, we had Sanskrit to serve this, to fill this gap. That is used as a common language in India, all over India. Now it's Hindi is being used as a common language. But when we cross our boundaries, when we go outside our country, in the international arena, we have English as the common language as it is recognized. But does our children learn this English language in our schools? Yes, they do. We are doing it by knowingly or by unknowingly, one way or the other. Some of our parents, not just our parents, it's everyone. Some of us who fall for the trap set by some schools to just appoint some special teachers, some Anglo-Indian teachers for teaching this language to their children. So let me tell you this. Matriculation schools in itself is founded to teach this language to your children. So we don't need any special teacher or any special coaching classes to learn this language. Matriculation schools, the syllabus is enough. It has all that needed to learn the basics, and it can bring you to the intermediate level that is required to have a good conversation, to have a good command over the language, over English. Then why our children are not speaking English? The reason for this is, since I have came here, I have noticed in our children that when they learn Tamil, when they are asked to write in Tamil, they make few mistakes. They make more mistakes actually. They make many mistakes on spelling and the grammar. But when they are asked to speak in Tamil, they speak like as it is they are part of their body. But when you ask them to speak in English, they feel kind of shy. And but they are writing in English. They have a good handwriting, good grammar, less errors in spelling compared to Tamil. Believe me, most of our students have a good handwriting and a good spelling and good grammar command on the language than the native speakers of the English themselves. The scenario happens when they fail to write in English more often and fail to speak in English an appreciable amount of time. If you want to learn to speak the language, then you have to speak it out. Otherwise you cannot learn it. No matter who teaches you, no matter who tells you what. Unless otherwise you speak it, you will not speak it, you're never gonna speak it. Take me as an example. I'm the first student of this school. I have learned all the basics that I need to speak this language in this school. But I felt shy and I felt uncomfortable. That is the present state that our students are. So I felt that in my school days. But I was forced to speak in a campus interview during my undergraduate in Chennai. So there was no way that I have to speak in English, otherwise I would not get any job. So at that time I just forgot about everything. I don't know how I spoke, but I spoke in English. So that moment I thought all the basics which I learned from the school that helped me. No special classes, no other teachers or any Anglo-Indian teachers that helped me. Unless you speak, like I said, unless you speak, you will never going to speak. Once after I broke the silence in the interview, my undergraduate interview, I have came out already and I started developing my speaking skills slowly. Then being in the UK for the last 3 years, that helped me polish this pronunciation skills further. I have used that opportunity. So parents, don't be afraid that your children are not speaking in English. 2 days ago, I just had a small speech to a very little amount of students, and they could easily understand me, but they felt shy to speak or to communicate with me. So I understand that they learned all the basics that they need, but they are still feeling shy like me. One day they will speak out. So don't be afraid. For students, it would be for your benefit if you could speak in English sooner than later. If you break the shy barrier and come out of the starting trouble problem, it will be for your benefit in future. Start speaking in the language today to your friends, to your sisters, brothers, whoever you like. First attempt they will laugh at you. The second attempt they will smile at you. And at the third attempt they will have to listen to you. There is no way. There will be a request to use this language in your future, for your career, for every step in your life. This is the main importance of this language. And also, by learning English, you should never forget or abandon our own mother language, that is Tamil. This is our identity. You should never be able to get away with it. You should always be placed at the highest place. Always. You should not sell our own language for another. So know their importance. Keep them in their respective places. I conclude now and I let our speakers speak. Thank you very much. Nandri.
இப்பொழுது உரையாற்றிய பள்ளியின் செயலாளர் நமது பள்ளியில் இருந்து முதல் பேட்ச் 10th பேட்ச் வெளியே சென்ற அந்த தொகுப்பில் படித்தவர். அவர் சென்னையில் பொறியியல் படிப்பு படித்து லண்டனில் MS படிப்பு முடித்து இந்தியா திரும்பியிருக்கின்றார். படிப்பு மட்டும் அயல்நாட்டில் வேலை வாய்ப்பு இந்தியாவில் என்று திரும்ப இந்தியாவில் சென்றிருக்கின்றார். அவர் இந்த பள்ளியில் படித்தவர். இந்த பள்ளியில் படித்தாலும் இங்கிலீஷ் பேச முடியும், வெளிநாட்டில் போய் சிறப்பாக செயல்பட முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறதுக்கே ஒரு உதாரணம். அவர் இப்போ என்ன பேசினார்னு பாதி பேருக்கு புரியாமல் இருக்கலாம். அதனால் அவர் பேசுனதுடைய தமிழாக்கத்தை பள்ளியின் தமிழாசிரியர் இப்பொழுது உங்களுக்கும் சொல்லுவார்.
அனைவருக்கும் என் இனிய மாலை வணக்கம். முதலில் சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களை இந்த நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு வரவேற்கிறேன். அவர்களுடைய நேரத்தை எங்களுக்காக செலவழித்தமைக்கு மிக்க நன்றி.